Alright guys, today I'm going to show you how to make a more chaos type beat for Carson inside of Ableton Live. First I'm going to play the beat, and then I'm going to explain my process through all of it. Alright, so here's the beat. To start, I made this bass line in Serum. Yeah, very simple. And then I duplicated that same bass line to another bass in Serum, and then just added this little melody on top of it. And then I grouped the two of them, and then added some parallel saturation inside of Saturn 2. And together it sounds like this. And then I laid down this art pattern, also from Serum. From the freestyle Serum bank. Then I laid down this little pluck melody. This is from a Nexus 5. And then I copied the same melody onto a Xenology preset and just layered them together. Together it sounds like this. And then for the drums, we got a really simple hi-hat pattern here. And then we got the clap here. And we got a crash here from Cardo's kit. A tip is to layer your crashes with 808 hits. It just makes them sound really crisp and clean. And we got this random open hat, also from a Cardo kit. Then we got a really simple snare pattern here. And then for our 808s, we've got the Elf 808 from actually my drum kit. So if you're interested in getting this drum kit, which houses the 808 and the hi-hats in this beat. So for the effects chain on my 808, basically we start here with a Pro Q, and basically I'm just cutting it off before 30 hertz, and then cutting it off after like around 200 hertz. And then what I'm doing is I'm adding some roar here. I'm using the noise shaper, just like around 17%. I turn the compression off and then put it around 50 dry wet. Then I'm adding another EQ, which is just going to cut off the high end and the low end. And then I just put this EQ curve on it to boost some of the lows, some of the highs, and some of the mids. And then I also just boosted the gain by a lot. And then if you come over here and go to the MS2 option, you can up the drive here. So the last thing I did is just added these two crashes. Putting these every like 8 bars or so is good because it just makes the first initial 808 kick a lot harder. Lastly, for the master, I basically have this soft clipper rack by Fearless Beats. Shout out to Fearless Beats. I have the same EQ curve as the 808. I have it on the master. This is really good if you're trying to make those distorted Carson sounds. So I'm going to just play the beat with it on and with it off just to show you the difference. That's with it on, and this is with it off. As you can tell, there is a big difference. And then this reverb is just an automation I put at the beginning. Yo, thank you guys for watching this far. If you did, drop a like and a sub if you guys want more Ableton content. And yeah, peace out.